anyway killed the rematch. I think, but the thing is, bro, I think it was a blessing in disguise because I think both of those guys needed that fight after their fight. Like I think both of them went through something. Devin Haney obviously went through something physical and mental, but I think with Ryan Garcia, I think he went through something mental as well because when you test positive for the lab created juices, and you got to go through that whole
But
situation.
more than that, Jeff, Ryan knows if he cheated or not. You know what I'm saying? Ryan knows if he cheated. So if
I
Ryan,
no
if Ryan not willingly within himself knew if he did cheat, let's say he did, he
mhm,
knew that. So
right.
that means he's got to go through a mental process of damn. People saw me cheat, and people he's gonna question himself. Did I win because of me or because I cheated? Now, if Ryan believed that he didn't cheat, then he's gonna go for another mental process because he's gonna be thinking, how the hell did I get popped when I didn't cheat? So you're right.
But that yeah, and that's exactly my point because he went through a mental aspect and a physical because the mental aspect is like if he believed he cheated, then like you said, he got caught. So you got to go through the ramifications of that. Now, if he didn't cheat or didn't think he cheated and went through all of that, now you got to question like, well, damn, like what's going on? And then you look at the Rolly fight, and you can arguably say like that justified a lot. He
It
looked
definitely
terrible
did
in
in
that
my
fight.
eyes. It
He
definitely
looked
did.
terrible in that fight. Absolutely terrible in that fight. So that. I think that was a blessing in disguise for both fighters. You know what I'm saying? Because I think if they would have went into that rematch like immediately, I think it'd have been a train wreck for both guys. It'd have been a train wreck. Jo said Devin looks like he packed on some muscle. I hope his way to neutralize Norman on the inside isn't the clinch or it will get bad. I think that I don't know if Haney's strong enough to really be clinching Norman like that on a regular basis.
He's gonna try, and
He's
that's
gonna
what's gonna be
try.
his negative.
He's
He's gonna
definitely gonna
try.
try for sure. We got two more. 1231 said Devin has always used his range boxing and looks for openings to exploit and counter. Devin just underestimated Ryan and thought he was suddenly a puncher after mocking Regis. He will return to what works. That's the question. That's really the question because I
That
think
that,
that,
that Go
mhm, go
on.
ahead, bro. Go ahead, go ahead.
I was gonna say Devin's a guy he can build confidence anywhere though. So it's one of those things where I'm like, Devin chose Norman. He chose Norman for a reason.
Yeah.
Like we have to keep remembering that it's Bill Haney who's in control of this shit. This is the same guy who told Crawford to fight Canelo. So
Hmm.
he's not gonna say something just for money. He sees something that we may not see. Now the Ryan Garcia fight's different because Ryan Garcia and Devin were on there was an emotional like build up from the amateurs. So the way
Hmm.
he fought in the Ryan fight, I don't even think we can ever see that level of Devin again because bro. If you've got a rivalry with someone for so long, you're never gonna have that same energy for anyone else. It's just not gonna happen.
I agree. I agree with that. Let me get through this last one. It said, I agree, Jay. And everyone, including Devin, thought Ryan was a mental case, but he played everyone, even with the positive tests. If Devin beats Brian and if Ryan beats Mario, rematch can happen as welterweight unification. That's a good point. I didn't even think about that. That's
I
crazy.
was talking about that yesterday with my boy. I was talking about that yesterday, and yeah, I can see that happening.
Because that's the only way you can justify the rematch.
I mean, it's a big money fight, bro. That's a big money fight.
It's a big money fight, but because they're both moving up in weight and because of what happened in that fight, the belts basically validates that fight. Like nobody can say, hey, this shouldn't be happening because of this, and this, because now we're talking unification. And as fraud as the unification may be, because Mario Barrios is cheeks. Oh my goodness, he is cheeks, bro. I'm talking, I'm talking nasty BBL cheeks. He is cheeks, bro. Absolutely cheeks. I'm talking 400 pounds, 400-pound chick, middle of the summer cheeks. Just nasty. Absolutely nasty. Like, I don't even know how he's a champion. Like, I don't know how he's a champion. Like, it's crazy. A legend, get in here, man. Who you like in the Haney and Brian Norman fight?
I'm leaning more towards Norman, but you guys made some good points, man. Haney has been under the big lights more. He's been in there with the better fighters. He's more skilled, but this is a new weight division for him. So, but we just seen what happened with Crawford and Canelo. Crawford made easy work of Canelo. So, I'm not saying that's the case in this fight, but I just got a lot of questions in the back of my mind, man, because the way that Haney fought in his last fight. So, that's the question: is he going to come out using his footwork, or is he going to come out and engage, like he did with Lomas? So there's a lot of questions I have for this fight, but I'm gonna lean towards B Norman for sure.
I definitely can see a way in how Norman wins. I definitely see a way in how Norman wins. Definitely not like it's not one of those fights. I genuinely don't know who wins. I genuinely don't know. Like if I knew who won, I would put a grip of money on it. But I genuinely don't know.
What's the odds on this fight?
Norman's a favorite. He's like plus 100.
Norman's a favorite.
Oh, points. I think it's 3-1
Hold, who's 3-1?
for Devin Haney to win on points. I think it's 3-1. If you put $100, you get $300 back. For Devin Haney to win on points.
That's the only way he's gonna win.
But that he's the underdog in the fight, bro. He's the underdog. He's the underdog.
I gotta look this up, bro. I I
I,
gotta look
I
this
know
up
in the
real quick.
UK he's the underdog. I don't know over there, but I know
But
in the
ours
UK.
is similar to the
Yeah,
UK
ours
though.
is similar. Exactly.
I gotta look it up. Hold on. I ain't saying I don't believe you, but I got to see it. But I got to see it. Hold on, Norman Jr. odds.
And I would add that the way that Haney was acting at the face-off, I'm trying to ask myself: is it confidence, or is that just showing that he's going to lose? Like, I mean, I know Haney's like that. He likes to show off. He likes to talk, but I got a lot of questions, man. It's like, is that confidence, or is that just him just
I would have normally said that's nervous energy, but I know in their mind they're trying to almost little kid Brian Norman Jr. because they know this is his first time under the lights. Did you check the odds, Jeff?
Bro, listen. Brian Norman is a favorite. Oh my god,
Bro, I
bro.
just told you that. I just
Yo,
told you that.
I no, I didn't doubt it. I didn't doubt it. But that's crazy.
If you put $100 in the UK, £100 on on Devin Haney to win on points, you get $300 back.
And the thing that scares me too is, like I said, it is a new weight division for Haney, and Haney's not, Haney don't really got pop like that. Norman does. This is his division, so I see Norman coming into this fight definitely more confident. But
I
the
listen.
first couple rounds to me plays a big part. To me, it all
I
depends.
agree.
I
I
see
agree.
if there's change and they're in the pocket, Haney's going to get the best of that. But my question is, once he gets hit, how's he going to react? Is he going to stay in the pocket, or is he going to, be on the back foot? But I can see B Norman definitely stalking him. I can't see B Norman letting Haney get away with that running or
There,
backpedaling.
there, there- there's gonna be times in this fight where we're looking at Brian Norman Jr. as amateurish. There's gonna be times because I've seen Devin Haney do that to great fights. There's gonna be times where Brian Norman Jr. is gonna look like a bang average novice, but it doesn't matter because when those punches start raining, it's gonna be like a thunderstorm.
I'm with them odds, bro. I'm like, what do the insiders know that I don't?
I was thinking the same thing, bro. I was thinking
What
the
do
same
the
thing.
because here's so Shane, here's the thing. Like you got you have me the boxing mind, and then you have me the I'm putting money on something and I'm trying to see a little return on my investment. Haney is an underdog, and I know he's gonna win the fight if he's jabbing and on his bicycle. Oh my god, that's it. Because the reason why it's so intriguing is because I don't see Norman winning a decision with no knockdowns. Like
I was saying the same thing to my boy the other day. You said,
I,
he asked me, do you see a way in which Brian could win on the cards? I was like, not if he doesn't knock him down at least 2-3 times.
he needs at least two knockdowns to win on the cards. At least two, possibly three. The one thing Haney is great at is winning rounds.
Bro,
He's top five in the
bro,
sport at winning rounds.
he might be the best, bro. I was telling people, bro, if you watch the Ryan Garcia fight, this dude got knocked down in 3 different rounds and was still winning rounds. Like this guy won. He won the last round against Ryan. Like he was getting knocked down and the next round winning the round. He's probably one of the best fighters in world boxing at winning rounds. This guy could be. Do you remember when he got rocked against Linares? And the next round, he just whooped Linares. I'm like, bro, this guy is amazing at winning rounds. So there's no
He
way I can see Devin losing on points.
Yeah, he's one of the best I've ever seen in terms of just flat out winning rounds. Um, whew. Jo said Conor Ben is coming to 47. He said that's a money fight for the winner.
I want to
So
see if he
Jay,
can make 47 first. If he ain't
he stole the
47
words
in
out my
4
mouth.
years.
Yeah, I don't see Conor Ben getting down to 147. Because he had to make a conscious effort. I'm talking about packing muscle and things like that for them two Conor Ben fights. And obviously you can't blame him because that's a legacy. That's a legacy fight for him. Also financially, I'm sure he's set for life. Um, with those two fights against Eubank Jr. I don't see him coming down to 47. Um, I Conor Ben's crazy enough to see Boots at 54 before he'll see a Devin at 47. The one thing about Conor Ben, that is a confident individual. He is a very confident individual, despite the flaws. He is a very confident individual, and I have to give him respect for that. And I didn't think he was going to win the fight against Eubank Jr. I'm not even going to sit up here and front like I thought he was.
I
Um,
didn't, but if I knew that version of Chris Eubank was going to be fighting, I would have bet my last pound, bro. Chris Eubank was the crappiest fight I've seen this year.
and you want to know why? Because that is a 168 to 175-pound fighter.
He was
Like
drained.
he was
He was
drained in the
drained.
first fight, and he just survived it. But you could tell he was like, you know what? Let me
We
do this
should have
for the
all
money.
we should have all taken notice as well because he made the weight this time so easy, which told me like if he struggled to make weight, I'm like, okay, this guy's trying to worry about rehydration. This
Can
guy didn't even care about rehydration. He just thought, fuck, he just thought, forget, I'm just gonna try and make weight.
But you know the thing that's crazy when I seen that and this is one of the few times I've actually seen this, a guy that I'm expecting to have trouble making weight actually made the weight easy. You know what that tells me? And again, I wish Coach was on here so I can ask him this. That means that he was dieting and going through the process of making weight for a very long time, which can have a worse effect than somebody going through a couple of days and they're trying to get off 15 pounds, 20. Um,
He was
like,
probably fighting for weeks depleted. He's probably
yeah, he
fighting for
probably was,
weeks depleted.
yeah. He probably tried to go about losing that weight. Probably, I would say probably a good 30 to 45 days. I think that was beyond a fat camp. I
When
think
his
that was
body
beyond a
probably
fat
tried to
camp.
rehydrate, there was no rehydration because you had been fighting at a functional weight for so long that you know when a guy is weighing 170 and they're fighting at 154, you cut
Hmm.
14 pounds in like 24 hours. You cut 14 pounds like 48 hours. You go back to 175 as soon as you drink a milkshake, bro. Do you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? But if
yeah.
you've been cutting it for 30 days, when you try and put that muscle
There's
back on.
nothing to read.
You
It's
lost
yeah,
you lost 30 pounds in 30 days. It's different to losing 15 in 2. You ain't rehydrating that 30 pounds
because
back in 2
it's
days, bro.
yeah, because it's not all water weight. You actually went through a diet process along with the water weight. So you might have lost 20 something pounds in 30 days. It might have 10 of that might have been water weight. 10 of that might have been water weight and 20 just off a straight diet. And so when it's time for you to put that weight back on, it's not going back on the same as if you losing a certain amount in 48, 72 hours. So that you could tell he looked like dog shit. Like I mean, he looked bad. He looked real bad. Like you could tell the difference if you could do a side by side on how he looked going into the first fight versus looking how he looked going into the second fight. It looked night and day, night and day. But you got to have a boxing eye to actually see it though. Under normal circumstances, you'd be like, oh yeah, well he's cut up and like he looks straight.
Bro, he weighed in
Mm-mm.
less than Conor Ben. And I was like,
Yes,
yeah, this dude
that
did
was
not
another
get this
telltale.
weight loss. He did not get
That
this
was a
weight loss right at all.
that was another telltale. 12:31. He said Devin has lost his size advantage from 35. He was so much bigger than the likes of JoJo, Cambosis, Loma, even Regis at 140. But Brian Norman is established 147. A win for either is a big boost for their rating. Let me say something on that real quick. Um, Devin Haney has a crazy rehydration too, though. His rehydration is crazy. But the thing is, just because the rehydration doesn't matter in terms of how much weight you put on if you ain't packing no power. It's kind of similar to like a Sean Porter. Sean Porter would put on a good amount of weight after the weigh-in, but it didn't matter because he's not cracking. He looked like he cracking, but he's not cracking like that. You know what I'm saying? So he's putting on all of this weight, and it's kind of like it's almost at a detriment for him because the more weight he has on, the harder it is to move all that weight around. He actually needs to be lighter, so he can be on the move. But that's just me though. Um, and he also said Devin showed he definitely has heart in the Ryan fight. That is undeniable. Just lost respect amongst many. Uh, Running versus Ramirez to secure the Ryan fight. His performance versus Brian will determine fans' attitude. Shane, can you tell me the one opinion that you said about Devin Haney? He's the most what out of anybody in the sport.
I don't know what did I say?
Devin, Devin. So I'm gonna. It's been a while since Shane and I talked, but um, he made a statement about Devin Haney a while ago, and it's 100% facts. And I actually have it tagged on my TikTok. It's like one of my top 3 videos. Devin Haney is the most hated boxer in the sport.
Oh yeah,
It's
no,
not even
that goes
close.
without saying. Devin Haney
Yeah.
is the most hated fight I've ever seen. I would go as far as say he's the most hated sports person I've seen in my entire life. And when I mean hated universally. Like some people are hated by just a section of fans. This dude's hated by everyone. Like, bro, bro, I done a post on my Instagram. I don't know if you follow me on Instagram, you will see. I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, the level of hate I've seen from Devin Haney just for this weekend, bro, it's crazy. Because I'm like, Devin Haney, I'm hearing people call Devin Haney a coward. How can you call Devin Haney a coward? This dude is literally the polar opposite of a coward, bro. This dude,
Hmm.
I don't even need to explain why he's not a coward. I'm just seeing hate after hate after hate, and I'm like, bro, I really have to wonder what member of family Devin Haney slept with or dealt with to for the hate to be this does not see.
I
I don't understand.
listen. Devin Haney get hated so much, man. He probably go to the family cookouts. Probably half the family probably like, here go this dude. like he gets hate. Oh man, like he's definitely one of the most hated
He's hated more than Floyd
fighters in the
was. He's
sport.
hating. He's hated more than Floyd was.
I don't know if he. You know what? It's a different type of hate. It's a different type of hate, and I think a lot of the hate for Devin, I think a lot of it has to do with his dad. Um, I think it has a lot to do with it, but it's to the point where it's so much hate for Devin Haney, like it's almost unfair. and I'm glad I'm saying that, and Padman's not on because Padman would have went off uh with me saying that.
How's
But I think
Padman? How's Padman?
he good. I sent him the link and everything, but we gonna jump back on Sunday, so he'll have another opportunity to get in. Said very valid point with that weight loss, fellas.
Can we talk
Yeah,
about another fight? Yarde versus Benavidez. But go on, continue, Jeff.
bro. But listen, we've been cooking for an hour 25 minutes and didn't even get to the Benavidez Yard fight. You know what? A legend. Who you like in the Benavidez and Yard fight? How you see that going, bro?
Man, I got Benavidez for sure. Like Yard, he's gonna make it a dog fight, but his gas tank and his chin is just that's gonna be his downfall in this fight. And we know Benavidez, like this
I
guy's
disagree with the
pressure.
chin part, but I agree with everything else. Continue.
Yeah, but this Benavidez, man, he's the Mexican monster for a reason, man. His pressure is like no other, man. He's not gonna back down. He's coming forward every single round. He's throwing combinations, and eventually he's gonna get broken down, man. But I think he's gonna make it a dog fight as long as he lasts. But his gas tank and Benavidez pressure, man, that's gonna be a downfall in that fight. So I got Benavidez by late stoppage.
What you got, Shane?
I don't think the chin's gonna be a problem. I think Yard's got a better chin than Benavidez. Um, I see Yard fight Beterbiev, and he took big shots against Beterbiev. Big shots. That fight got ended with Yard on his feet, not on the ground. So the like he took big shots against Kovalev. Both Kovalev and Beterbiev hit harder than Benavidez. It's the volume of Benavidez. I think Yard has a window of when he has to win this fight. First 3-4 rounds, Benavidez starts slow, and we historically know Yard starts fast. He starts fast, he's explosive, and he throws power punches early, like he done against Kovalev, like he done against Beterbiev. But Benavidez starts really slow. If you watch when he fought Morrell, he got dropped, he got hurt early. Morrell couldn't maintain that pace and pressure. Neither could Andrade. Andrade couldn't maintain that pressure. The difference is Yard's a natural 75. So the shots will hit different. The power, the strength will be different. And Benavidez is defensively insufficient. He's very easy to hit. The issue is once that fight goes past round 4, that's gonna be like trying to roll a dice up a hill. That's just gonna keep rolling back down, bro. It's gonna
Yeah,
keep rolling back down, bro. Like Yard is gonna be trying to. It's gonna be like the car from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, bro. He's gonna be trying to start that engine, and when he's turning the key, that ain't moving, bro. Because once Benavidez gets into his pace of things and starts throwing combinations, he is gonna be in for the longest and hardest night of his life.
I I listen. If if it wasn't for the gas tank, this is a very dangerous fight for Benavidez. And there are some fights where some guys are just meant to give the other guy difficulty. Um, you have I'll go back, um, Roy Jones Jr., Antonio Tarver. Um, Obviously, Roy Jones is the better fighter, but Antonio Tarver, that's the kryptonite for Roy Jones. And it's a style that was a
Ali,
style
Lee, and
matchup.
Norton, Kenny Norton, Ali and Ken
Ali,
Norton.
Ali, Kenny Norton. There's so many, so many situations like that where it's just the matchup. And I look at this, if it wasn't for the gas tank, this could potentially be that type of a matchup because Yard's chin is crazy. Like his chin is crazy in terms of what he's been through. Like he's been in with two of the biggest punchers in the game and was on his feet and active. Like you can't shovel that away. He is he's possibly the most athletic fighter that Benavidez has ever fought. Yard is
Him or
naturally
Andrade.
175.
Him or Andrade. Him or Andrade. But he's definitely the
And the
most
thing with
athletic guy for at 75.
and the thing with the only reason I didn't say Andrade is because that was at a weight that Andrade wasn't used to fighting. So I think Yard's the most athletic guy that Benavidez has been in the ring with. Probably the best chin out of anybody he's ever been in the ring with. He's a natural 175. Yard is offensively talented, but you only see it within the first 6 rounds. Um, he's one of the greatest front runner fighters you're gonna
I might
find.
say the first 5 rounds. I don't
Yeah,
maybe even first four. I don't even know.
yeah. Listen, that vehicle running on 87 gas for sure. That is not 93. That is not 93 premium. You know what I mean?
The craziest thing is with the Yard thing is the only way he can win this fight down the stretch is if he lands punches early and he hurts Benavidez and he's able to get Benavidez respect. He has to then fight that fight off the back foot, trying to be a back foot counter puncher.
And
Because
that ain't gonna work.
because for me, if he tries to stay in the pocket with Benavidez, he's gonna get overwhelmed. Do you know what I'm
I
saying?
agree.
You kind of have to do. You remember when Boachuk fought Virgil and he just pot shot him and landed punches in between the shots, or Kelly Pavlik, Jermaine Taylor. You know, you kind of just got to pick your punches because if you try to stick with the volume, you're gonna get overwhelmed. He can't stick with
I
that
agree.
volume. He ain't even can't.
Yeah,
He just can't stick with the volume.
it's like I said. If it wasn't for the gas tank, I would seriously consider Yard winning this fight. If this was a 6 round fight, I would probably take Yard. Um, Even if it's a 10, I might give him a shot. But 12, nah. I think Benavidez is gonna win the fight.
You think
If I'm
Benavidez
Ben,
might get dropped in this fight? Because we saw him dropped in his last fight. You think he might get
I can
have
see Benavidez getting dropped in this fight because this is natural power at 175 pounds. It's just like I said earlier. That jump from 40 to 47 is a monster. That jump from 68 to 75 is something different. You might as well say you feeling heavyweight power. You go from 68 to 75. That's why my guy Jesse Hart, big shout out to Jesse, always said like I like Jesse at 68 versus 75 because at 68 you're not getting hit by the heavyweight guys. 75 they're rehydrating probably to 200 or they're very close to
what
200.
people don't understand is because there's such a big gap between light heavy and cruiserweight. This remember it's 175 to 200. Any small cruiserweight's going to light heavyweight. Any
For
small
sure.
cruiserweight's going to light heavyweight. So
Right.
you pretty much got cruiserweights in there like heavyweight. You look at someone like Yard, Beterbiev, like, and this is the thing that people forget. He hurt Kovalev and he hurt Beterbiev. His
I,
coach is what lost him those fights.
yeah. Yeah.
His
Not
coach is
him.
what lost him
Not
those
him.
fights.
Yeah, it's a very interesting fight and like I said, like even if it was a 10 round fight, I would have to really seriously consider Yard. But the fact that it's 12, even if Yard has an ideal first 6 rounds, um, that back half of the fight is going to be brutal. That back half of the fight is going to be brutal, and if
He might need to
Benavidez is
get a heart
disciplined,
transplant like Zhang did. Remember when Zhang, bro, when that second half of the fight goes, bro, his gas tank's gonna be gone.
yeah,
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 he's gonna go to the body too, man. Like them body shots,
I
that's
hope
really gonna put
Benavidez
Yard
don't
out of
do that
breath, man.
early. I hope Benavidez don't go to the body early. If I'm Benavidez, I ain't throwing any body shots early.
nope, not early.
Because the truth is, Yard's gonna get tired anyway. You trying to
Yeah,
trade a body shot for a headshot, as Jeff always says, that's a terrible exchange rate, especially early, bro.
He work
yeah.
hard. He works hard in the gym, but once you're in the ring with somebody that's actually hitting back, as hard as Benavidez hits, yeah, it's a different story, man.
I don't know if
That,
Benavidez hits that hard at 75, bro. At
I
68, he
don't
might have
think
been right. But at
68 he
75,
cracked.
he didn't even crack and he didn't even look like he's cracking at 75.
Yeah, I don't know if he's cracking it. I don't know if he's cracking like that at 75. Obviously at 75 you could probably feel his shots, but But Yard gas tank is so bad. Like it's like that man, that gas light probably come on, you'd be like, God damn, I could have sworn I just filled this tank up. Like shit. Like you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like it's
That
crazy.
gas
But
tank
that's
light's flashing before you leave the station. You like
yeah, that's that shit. He got a gas tank, make you go to an electric car, get him a Tesla. You know what I mean? No gas for sure.
literally.
1231 laughing at you, Shane. He said Yard definitely uh end with a puncher's chance. If he wobbles David, he will pounce. This is a goodie. It's a good fight. Like it's a good fight. If Yard, this is the only way Yard wins this fight. It's the only way Yard wins this fight. If he gets Benavidez in big trouble, I'm talking big
Early.
trouble,
Early.
early, big trouble, and there's a bad stoppage. I think that's the only way Yard can win this fight.
Or or if he gets Benavidez in big trouble early and Benavidez is gun shy from that point. Because Benavidez never been rock. You know, like 75 wobbly legs rock. If when you're in that, also I feel like there's an invaluable experience. Yard's traveled before. He's been to Russia. He's traveled. This is in Saudi. This isn't with all those Mexican fans. This is in Saudi. You get rocked, and you're in a strange place. We all of a sudden you find another version. You have to find another version of yourself. So that might contribute. I'm still picking Benavides, but I don't know.
Are we gonna get a knockdown in this fight?
100%. I'll bet. I'm 100% sure because I can't see if Yard's losing this fight, he's rolling the dice. If Benavidez losing this fight, he's rolling the dice. And they both, Yard's gas tank's too shit for him not to get dropped. And Benavidez, Yard hits hard, bro. Yard hits hard. Like Yard does hit hard. He doesn't. He's not pillow fisted.
You know, Yard might just have to. He might just have to. You know, you know how Hearns and Hagler fought the first 2 rounds, and it was
Yeah, you might be right
just.
about that. You might be right.
I,
That's a
I
good
think
point.
Yard best chance is the blitz Benavidez first 4 rounds and roll the dice.
Hagler Hearn style. Yeah,
Hagler
facts.
Hearn style. If
Facts.
he don't get him out of there in
Facts.
4 rounds, just try to make it look good for fans. You know what I mean?
Literally.
Like,
I'd be like,
yeah,
bro, that's a great point. Blitz this dude in the first 6 rounds, hit him
I
with
would say
everything
blitzing.
you got.
Yeah, blitz him, give it everything you got. And then if he's still standing there at after 6, all you can do is be like, oh man, I tried. You know what I mean? Unless he find a gas tank somewhere. But you usually don't find it at an older age. Because Yard's like in
Yeah,
his 30s, right?
33.
33?
And he's had some tough fights as well, bro. He's had some tough fights, bro.
Yeah, they don't sell stamina on the shelves. Not on in the on the not on the legal shelves anyway. You know what
Literally, you better go get that Ryan pack or the Reynoso
Yeah,
pack or
that Ryan
something.
pack. Yeah. 1231. 1230, you cooking tonight. You in the chat. Said what the heck is Andrade doing? Dude been inactive since lost to Benavidez. Would love to see Demetrius India versus Plant or a Charlo, but needs work ASAP because it's time running away on him. I so 1231, under normal circumstances, I would usually agree with you. But a lot of these guys that hasn't been in the ring a long time, I don't want to see them back in the ring against a known fighter and we get a crappy fight. Like I need to see them in the ring against somebody. Show me that you still got it. So I'm not wasting my time. So let's just take what you put down. Let's just say they give us Andrade and Charlo. The whole build up is going to be this fight should have happened 8 years ago, and the build up is going to be annoying to me. And then if
It's
the
gonna
fight
be
is
like a
annoying
Kell
too,
Brook Amir Khan fight.
yeah, like I don't want that. I actually need him to get in the ring with somebody that has a pulse. Show me that you still got it. Show me that you still want to fight,
Yeah.
and then I will invest like my time into a fight like a Andre versus Plant or Andre versus Charlo. I'm just not. you're not gonna get up off the couch after a couple years and get my attention. Like I'm just not like I value my time a little more now than I did probably 2, 3 years ago. Like I'm just you're not gonna steal my time. And I'm an Andrade fan, Shane. You already know that. You know what
Bro,
I'm saying?
Andrade's my guy,
I'll
bro.
say this, man.
I really rate Andrade. I mean, his fighting style is so underappreciated, but
Yeah.
Andrade's a prime example of what when boxing goes wrong. You know, when
Hmm.
boxing goes wrong, he's like a prime case of what he achieved and what he should have achieved and who he is and what era he was in. You think about the fact that he was in the Charlo era. He was with the likes of Danny Jacobs, Golovkin, Canelo, Saunders. Callum Smith, all of these dudes, Benavidez, and he never really got a lot of marquee fights. It's when boxing goes wrong, bro.
That's man.
Yeah.
I
Go
was
ahead.
just gonna
Go ahead.
add, man, that I saw an interview and Andre said this wasn't an excuse, but he was saying leading up to the Benavidez fight, how his brother and his mom were in the same hospital. Like his brother was on one floor and then his mom was on the other floor, and he had to like go through camp. He would go to the hospital and then he would go through camp, and he said that was weighing on his mom,
I I
his brother, and his
I
mom in the hospital.
I don't believe that I don't believe that didn't happen, but I don't think that made a difference because if you go and watch that fight back, Demetrius Andrade probably gave the best account of himself for the first 4 rounds, bro. Benavidez was getting lit up like a Christmas tree. That dude was getting hit with 4, 5, 6 Go. I would advise anybody, please go and watch the first 4 rounds of that fight. Andrade was throwing some punches on Benavidez. He was backing He got that game plan right perfectly. He Watch the first 4 rounds of that fight. Please. Don't take my word for it. Just go and watch it. Bro, Andrade was lighting this dude up. And then he got caught with a shot that changed the fight. And as Jeff said, he was fighting at a weight that he shouldn't be fighting at. Because those punches hit different. Those punches hit different up there.
Yeah. And you're 100% right. Um, if anything, Andrade was motivated. Like that might have been the best 4 round performance Andrade actually put on in his
Ever.
career. I'm
Facts.
talking
Facts.
offensively. Like, I mean, he's landing a bunch of shots and he's pivoting out. He's getting out of the way of the smoke. I
Please
like
go and watch
you
that
couldn't
fight. Please.
you couldn't script it no better than what Andrade did with Benavidez the
And
first four
why it was
rounds.
so interesting is because in the corner he had Andre Rozier in the corner. And I remember that was the first fight him and Andre Rozier was working together. And I'm like, bro, Andre got this game plan perfect. Like, bro, I beg someone go watch that fight
I,
back.
and you
Bro,
know
it
what
was
happened when you watch that fight after the first 4 rounds, and it's another thing with fighters too. Fighters get drunk off of success. They get drunk off of success in the ring, and you have to determine whether you're gonna have a long night at the office or not. And I think what happened with Andrade, he was having so much success in the first 4 rounds. He was like, "Oh, Benavidez trash. I got him. I got him." And don't when you have a fight like that and you have so much success in the first 4 rounds, because I mean you can make the case. I mean, Andrade's up 4-0. He's up
I,
4-0.
yeah.
I had him up 4-0.
Me as
He's
well.
up he's up 4-0 in that fight. But you gotta think, okay, I gotta fight for the long haul. So yes, you're having success, but you gotta have respect for Benavidez as well. You're not gonna be able to get away with that for the full 12. You're not gonna be able to get away with that for the full 12. So the great fighters, what would have happened is after them first four, now you know Benavidez is gonna start pressing. Now, pot shots.
And bro,
That
for
jab to
the
the
for the
chest,
next 2, 3 rounds, I would have just moved. I would have just used my legs, bro.
jabs, movement, and pot shots. If he'd have did that for round 5 and round 6, and then went back to what he was doing from 7 on, it's a possibility he wins that fight. But Andrade ain't never looked that good in the first 4 rounds of any fight.
bro.
He was cooking.
I remember
He
watching
was
that
cooking.
fight with my brother, and I thought Benavidez is a load of shit. I was looking at Benavidez like he was just trash, bro. I'm like, this dude is getting pivoted on. He's getting like he's literally getting dunked on. And I'm like, bro, what is am I in a parallel universe? Why is Benavidez getting hit with these shots so comfortably? And
Right, right, right,
and
right.
then that fight just switched. It reminded me of when Canelo fought Amir Khan. And Amir Khan was just
Mm-hmm.
dancing around this dude. And then Canelo just pulled that one hit a quitter, bang. Amir Khan was done.
Bro, it's crazy because I'm glad you brought up Andrade because I'm like, this is another reason why I need to see him back in the ring just to see if he still got it. Because when you take a loss like that, there's the physical and then there's the mental. That's why when people talk about Earl Spence and if he's coming back, I really don't care if he's coming back or not. But if he does come back, I don't want to see him come back and fight a Fundora. I don't want to see him come back and fight a Virgil Ortiz. I want to see him come back and fight somebody that I know if you beat him, okay, cool, we got something. I'll give you this. If Spence wants to come back, fight a Erickson Lubin. If you're back, and if Lubin is who they say he is,
Maybe someone like Tim Zoo. Not Erickson Lubin. Maybe someone like Tim Zoo. Erickson Lubin is washed, bro.
he is washed. But what if Spence did at 154 though?
Nothing.
Does he even have pop at 154?
Bro, every question mark you can ask about Spence is justified. Every single question. You can ask
But that's
every question.
why but that's why I said a Lubin. Only because with Lubin, okay, Lubin just got stopped, right? Lubin has a name, so they'll be able to get away with it. Also, you know what? Lubin talking about something. He going up to 160. Scratch that. I'll do a Tim Zoo. I'll do a Tim Zoo. You know what? Give me a Tony Harrison. Give me a Tony Harrison.
Tony
Give me
Harrison will
Errol
be good.
Spence.
Tony
Give me
Harrison will be the only thing about Tony Harrison will be a safe bet because Tony Harrison ain't gonna knock you out and make you worry about your chin.
but
He
Tony's
will
gonna
give you the rounds as well. Tony Harrison will be good.
older Tony Harrison ain't really moving around. He right in front of you. He right in front of the camera. You know what I'm saying?
I know. I
He
remember
right in
when
front of
Tony
it.
Harrison fought Tim Zoo. I watched that
His,
fight. I was like, Tony Harrison, you are an embarrassment, bro. That was embarrassing.
Yeah, that was
Tony
terrible,
Harrison
man.
last yeah, Tony
Yeah,
Harrison last fight. He
he was
was
slumped over the ropes, getting caught with
yeah.
them big shots. Man, that was bad.
I mean, I know J Rock's at 160, but I mean, that would have been a
J
good fight
Rock's
for Errol
another.
as well.
Yeah, there's a couple guys that I would want to see Earl fight just to let me know
Maybe,
that
bro. What do you think of this, bro? I know you might laugh at this, but um this is Blunt's guy. What about him versus Liam Smith? Beefy. Someone like I don't know.
I'm cool
That
with that. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. There's plenty of fighters that Earl can fight that has a name, but is kind of on a lower level or possibly on the downside to let me know if Earl's serious. Because when you got guys like this, you're not going to steal my time and steal my money if you coming back to go get a bag. If you trying to come back and get a bag, work at Walmart. I don't want to see you on my TV screen stealing my goddamn time and stealing my damn money. You know what I'm saying? Earl, I got a
Hey,
lot of respect for Spence, but Spence is gonna have to show me that he's actually ready to come back and actually fight. I'm sick and tired of these dudes. They sitting around for 3, 4 years and then come back when when the pockets is getting low. Like, you know what I'm saying? I give my time and energy to some of these young fighters that's on the come up and they
that's that
hungry.
Adrian Broner blueprint, bro. As soon as the money starts running out and that stripper bill gets high, bro, them child support bills get high, bro.
He said the stripper bill get high.
what
Yeah,
about Andre,
Broner.
bro? What about
Hmm?
Andre and Spence? Was Andre 154 or 160?
Now he's very fight 68. His last fight was at 68 against
Yeah, but
Benavidez.
what was his normal weight class?
His
Was
normal
it
weight was
160?
54. His
No,
normal
his
weight was
What
worst
about
54.
weight
what
class
about
was
Spencer? What
54.
about Spence and Andre?
No, Andrade ain't making 54 now. That was like 10
But is
years
Spence
ago.
making 54?
Bro, he's saying he's made. Well, that's a good question. See, I told you every
I
question about
listen.
Spence is
I seen
justified.
I seen some I seen some Spence picks, and I don't know if they were recent, but if they were recent, he looked like he had some of Mama's cooking. I didn't see one. I didn't see 154 in them picks.
But when you say
I,
he's closer to a Jake Paul opponent,
yeah. I mean, he looked like he could fight Caleb Plant more so than somebody at 54. But yeah, I think there's a lot of fights out there for Spence for sure. Said harder puncher, and Benavidez. This guy jumps in late. Ivan
my God,
Robinson, what is
oh
going
my God,
on?
oh
Man,
my God, big
yo, man,
salute.
I apologize. I was out all day with the wife, and I just happened to come to the market with her, and something said, "Go through your phone." I go through your phone, and I see you guys on. How y'all
Big
guys doing,
salute,
man?
bro. Big
Hey,
salute, bro. Big
bro,
salute.
listen, I like you a legend, like
No, man,
for
stop all
sure.
that, no, man.
I
Just a
no
regular dude.
listen,
Uh,
you a
all right,
legend. Hey,
whilst we're here, let's not waste any time. I want to get
you
your prediction for Brian Newman Jr. versus Devin
Oh,
Haney. I want to
man,
get your prediction.
talk
look,
to us,
like,
talk to us.
you might not like my predict. It's a bunch of predictions that can happen in this fight, man. One, I really haven't seen Brian Norman fight that much, but every time I seen him or seen clips of him, he knocking somebody out. So evidently, the guy got some decent power. And I've been watching Devin Haney for God knows how long. You know, Devin Haney is very smart, man. Don't get it twisted. Devin Haney is very smart. I think he has a little better IQ than Brian Norman too. So I'm expecting Devin Haney to get hit with some big shots, but I'm not expecting Devin Haney to go away though. I'm expecting him to be right there and do some of the things that he's always done, man. Hit, hold, get out the way, make Brian Norman fall over some shots, trying to hit him and countering off of it. I think it's gonna be a great fight though. I really do. So I'm edging with Devin Haney.
Hey, coach. Quick question because we was talking about this earlier. Do you think Haney has like a fundamental problem with the left hook, with the lead left hook, or do you think that was just a Ryan Garcia thing?
And two things come out of that too. Of course, we all know that Ryan Garcia has a great left hook. I mean, a great left hook. I'm just wondering how fast it is. And I believe that it can be stopped. I believe that it can be countered. I exactly think that you cannot get hit with it, but you have to be on point with doing what you're doing. You can't get lackadaisical in there with a guy like that. You can't get lackadaisical in any fight. So you have to be on top of your game at all time and get ready. Um, Now I don't think it's nothing that nobody can really be too much worried about. Hasn't Ryan Garcia moved up in weight now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they both at
Uh, so,
47. They
so
both at
so
47.
now we so now we really see how quick Ryan Garcia hook is and how much power he's taking to that 147, 140 pound
147.
weight class.
147. 147.
Hey,
And then
and and
you got a lot of big hitters in 147, man. A lot of big hitters.
hey, coach, and you notice because you moved up in weight like in your career. Like, can you explain like that jump from 40 to 47? Like, how big of a jump that is for a fighter?
But it depends on you. It depends on how you hold your weight. Can you withstand the pressure of losing the weight? And sometimes people don't understand you do lose power. It does exhaust you. It does make you feel tired at times where you don't want. But I would say that's anyway. But we talk about 47. I mean, that's just what it is. I mean, you get exhausted. You try to make weight all the time. You constantly beating yourself up to get the weight down. Then when you finally get the weight down, you done did so much absorbing by getting yourself down to that weight that it really takes a lot of time for you to get back in physical fit form and be ready. Like a lot of people think just because if you got rehydration clause in your contract, guys think that you can rehydrate overnight. Sometimes you can, but in other times you can't. If you're fighting a 12 round fight and you've been losing weight forever, and then you finally make the weight the night of the fight, but you fight the next night for the fight, you're not recuperating. You're not recouping all 100% of your power back. You might be lucky if you get half of it back. Somewhere along the line, you're gonna die out. Either your punching power gonna run, your speed gonna run, or your flexibility gonna go. You're not gonna be moving as sharp as you used to. You're not gonna be able to get out the way of shots. Something's gonna go. And trust me, a fighter that knows about it, knows what it is about that.
I can't even be on for too much longer. Obviously, there's a massive time difference. I'm in the UK, but I want to ask you, obviously, your final prediction on Benavidez Yard. Obviously that fight's also tomorrow as well. So, what's your prediction on that?
I mean, right now, to be honest with you, Benavidez is probably a real hot prospect. I mean, he's up there. He's up at the top with Boots and Shakur and Devin and all those guys. Um, I think actually, it's just my opinion because you only asked for my opinion. I think that Benavidez actually took some time to himself in his camp and with his family and well, not his family, I mean his team rather. That's his family. His team. I really think he took some time. He sat back and he really sat down and watched what it is to become a boxer because Benavidez don't do nothing but jump on you and throw a lot of punches. I think he getting to the point he's getting older. He can't. He can't max. I can tell you that at a certain age, you don't max what you used to do when you were young. Like all them punches I was throwing with Gaddy, I can't throw them damn punches no more. You know what I'm saying? So I know Benavidez got to slow down some. But what makes Benavidez still dangerous is he can punch. People don't think he can punch, but he can punch. Um, I think he actually took time to go back to the drawing board, learn more upper head movement. I don't know if his feet were gonna get any better because a lot of times you don't go into boxing with bad feet and then all of a sudden you have great feet. That don't happen. So I don't really see him too much becoming too much of a
You
boxer.
think the travel will cause him a problem? Like the fact that he's traveling all the way to Saudi, a new
Yeah,
country, you think that will cause him a problem?
yeah. Sometimes that does cause a fighter problem. Like when I went to spar with Constance Zoo and over in Sydney, Australia. The first week I was there, man, I thought I was gonna die because I couldn't get myself together. I was running, I run like a half a mile and I would die. I was like, damn, what's going on? It's sunny and hot out here. I should be able to be amused to it, but no, I just didn't. But I think Benavidez, what's gonna keep him around is his power. That's what's gonna help him keep him around. But with Yard coming on and pressuring him, uh, I want to see if Benavidez can punch off his back foot.
Mm,
That's a
That's
good
what-
point.
mm,
That's a real
Yeah,
good point.
that's a good point.
I mean, come on, man. Look at all his fights. We can't say he do the same thing. It's just that he was always been a pressure fighter. You know what I'm
And
saying?
he's a bigger, stronger fighter.
Yeah,
I
he ain't
know.
had to go. He ain't had to go back. He ain't had to keep his hands up. A lot of times when he was on the inside, he got off first. He didn't worry about guys punching back at him because guys were so much worried about his defense. But now, what's gonna happen when you get backed up? When you going in another atmosphere and you working against that, and you got to do all the things that you need to do to stay on top. I want to see how well he is off his back foot. If he knocked Yard out off his back foot, I might disappear. Y'all might not never catch me again.
Hey, coach, last question because we're gonna get up out of here. If you're Haney,
Uh,
what are you telling him to do to win this fight?
it might sound funny coming from me because I wasn't that type of guy. But like I said before, Devin Haney has a good jab. He probably has one of the best jabs out there right now. He can if he can offset Brian Norman with his jab, he need to throw combinations. I know y'all ain't gonna like me with this. That joker need to hold. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, and sometimes tapes speak volumes of certain fighters, and then sometimes tapes don't speak volumes of fight. Like for instance, when I fought Gaddy, when they called me for the Gaddy fight, I took the fight, but I didn't really think about watching the fight because I seen Gaddy a couple fights before, so I knew the fight. But when I actually went and sat down and watched the fight, and I seen him fight Gabriel Ruelas, I was like, man, I'm in the motherfucking war zone. I don't know what the hell to do. But I was just so accustomed, and everybody knew that I was a great boxer. That's the only thing that I worried about the whole time in camp was just boxing, boxing, boxing. If Devin Haney goes out there with that mind frame that he's gonna box, punch, and hold, he can get away with it. He get away with it. As long as Brian Norman don't catch him with nothing flush or clean and hard, then it'd be a different story. But one thing I just hope Devin don't do, because we all do it. I did it too in the Getty fights. I did it in the Jesse James Ahab fight. I did it in the Chavez fight. Excuse my expression, we don't get big balls. He don't go out there and try to please the crowd, please us, please the sports writer, and go out there and run into something that's going to end his career.
Hey, before we roll up out of here, I just got one last question. And I remember we talked about this a while ago, might have been over a year ago. How quick did HBO call you after you beat Gotti?
How quick they call me? They ain't let me get out my dressing room. I mean, they let me go in, but they didn't let me come out. And then when I did get out, I mean, I had Jim Lampley, I had Brian, hold up, Jim Lampley. Who was this other guy? I forgot his other guy, but it don't matter. I had Jim Lampley. I had damn, what's the dude name? The guy from New York, the matchmaker. He's a promoter from New York, the big guy. I forget his name, but they was just knocking all on my door, having wanting a rematch fight, and I guess the guys doing the same thing with these guys too. It's just that it's different from when I was coming up. When I was coming up, and when I came up, they kind of like said certain things, but nowadays they like throwing these things at these fighters. Like they throwing millions of dollars at these guys, saying, "Yo, we want y'all guys to fight just that." And some of the guys are taking them, some of the guys are avoiding them and saying they want more money. It's just totally different now, guys, than what it was when I was coming up.
Yeah. Hey, coach, we gonna get on out of here. I'm jumping. We jumping back on Sunday. So if you wanna, I'll
Got you.
shoot you a link, and
Definitely.
we can chop it up.
Yeah,
All
bro.
right.
100%. It's always a pleasure. It's always a
Hey,
pleasure.
man,
Man,
it's a pleasure.
yeah, man. It's a pleasure, me guys, talking to you. And please stop that bullshit, man. What I'm, I'm a good
Bro,
friend,
listen.
and I'm
Hey,
a
hey,
good my
hey,
friend. Come on, man.
hey, hey,
For
coach.
me, Jeff will tell you, I've got magazines in my house, old school magazines with you on it,
I
like
listen.
for the Gatti
That's
fight, bro.
what, but
I
that's
got
why
many.
I said you might be a regular guy, but you got legend status. You understand what I'm saying? The stuff you was doing in that ring, you got people right now that are watching. I showed my son your fight with Gotti. Like I got my son in the boxing now, and that was one of the fights that I showed him. So
I appreciate
you
it.
might be a regular guy that you a legend to us at the end of the day, man.
Thank you. I
Always
appreciate it,
remember that.
guys. Always. Man, and
Always
always
remember
remember,
that.
y'all always believe me. All you gotta do is call me, and I'm there no matter what.
Yeah, Sunday we cooking up. We gonna watch these
Dope,
fights
dope.
tomorrow, man. It's gonna be
Okay.
great, man. But
All right,
I'll definitely get with you and we'll chat Sunday, okay?
all right. Y'all guys
Uh,
take care. Thanks again.
All right, bro.
All right, peace.
Peace.
Ivan Robinson, man.
Dope.
We going. Let me just Shane. I promise you, 2 minutes. We out of here. Um, hold on. 12:31. Maybe Andre losing time trying to get a big fight for a big bag. I agree, Jeff. Andre needs activity ASAP, tune-ups to stay active and stay in the public eye, build up to the bigger fights. I agree. Um, let me see. Compliment King said, peace. What's going on with you, family? 12:31. He said, I wanted to see Andre versus Canelo for 160. Bro, we ain't gonna get into that. Me and Shane was talking about that, bro. Canelo just he said, Jeff, I agree. Get a tune up, Earl. Jamel too. Andre already said he can't shrink back to 160. Said Jamel versus Jamel would have been at a catch weight at least that time I checked. I'm cool with catch weight fights too. Whatever works, man. Norman, Judah, big shout out to you, player. Said Norman Senior told Brian when he was getting beat up by Randall, he said you'll figure it out. Tim Bradley said if he can't get on the inside, what else does he have? To be honest with you, bro, that's why it's crazy that he's a favorite in the fight.
Just about to put a grip.
I'm about to I got about well, Shane, we got to talk about that off camera. I don't want to talk about what I'm putting out there. Judah said, Tim said that boy look ordinary. I listen, that's what makes that fight so interesting. Norman versus Haney. And then the Yarde Benavidez fight is interesting as well. The Abdullah Mason fight is interesting. It's just this is a great card. It's a great card. What is this the best card of the year?
Yeah, it's definitely 100%.
Salute to the panel and chat. I'm here in North Australia. We got cyclone bearing down on us, but at least I catch this fire card tomorrow at home. Later, gang. Hey, 1231, man. Make sure you following Shane. Following Ty Finney, the legend, and myself on social media. We'll be back on Sunday. Probably what's that? 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 4 or 5 o'clock your time, Shane. So we can definitely talk about the fights. Hopefully I can gather the people that I was supposed to see in here. But I'm glad Ivan Robinson pulled up, man. Big shout out to Ivan Robinson. Big shout out to Coach Ali as well. I'm mad that Coach Ali and Ivan Robinson didn't get the link
That would
up.
have been dope. That would
have been epic.
It's
but
obviously
hopefully
good to be back on the channel. Obviously,
Yeah.
I've been doing a lot of content elsewhere, but obviously this is always like me and Jeff are like from way back. Me and Jeff, Jeff
and
is
the thing
like
is,
my-
you know, the
Jeff
thing
is
that's
like,
funny.
you know-
Hey, legend, real quick, bro. And this is like my fault. Shane, so I put the poster up. I'm like, yo, I'm back. Shane says, am I invited? I'm like, what? Like, like you get first dibs at the table. You know what I mean? I'm like, you
Obviously,
get
bro, I
first
haven't
dibs at
spoken
the
to you in
table.
so long.
I
so
know
obviously-
it's been a minute, you know what I'm saying? But just you'll always have legend, blunt, like y'all will always have first seats at the table that'll never change. I don't care how long you go without hearing from me. Y'all always have first seats at the table, and then there's everybody else. So nothing will ever change that. And we got a new podcast. I mean, we done went over 2 hours, and I really wasn't sure how long we was going to be on today. I didn't know who was coming on, who wasn't. But this was fun, for sure. We'll be back Sunday. Like I said, Shane, probably like 4 or 5 o'clock your time.
Cool.
Legend ran 11:12 noon our time, and we got the other card too, Legend.
Jetta Promotions.
The Jetta Promotions card. We're going to talk about that too. That's gonna be a long ass show on Sunday, but I'm looking forward to it though. Hey Shane, give them your social media and all that, player.
I Shane is #1 is my Instagram, but obviously content that I do outside of Jeff's channel, only Facts Sports. That's where you can find me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, Legend, give them your social media, bro, and shout out some of the interviews you've done too.
Yeah. I'm on Facebook, Ty Finney, Instagram, The Legend 3347, and the last couple of interviews I did was Donis Wilkin out of Delaware and Aaron Thompson out of I believe he's out of Washington. Yeah, he's out of Washington. Yeah, he just won a little title, so salute to him.
Washington, DC or Washington State?
No, Washington State. He's from
State.
out that
Oh,
way.
he out. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he out west. Yeah,
he out
west.
Midwest. Yeah, he out
yes,
west.
Sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You don't hear about so many boxes out of that area.
Facts, yo. So that's why I'm glad I got that locked in with him. So he's doing great things, man.
That's what's up. Hey man, y'all can find me, man. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, everything G5 Jeff TV, man. I couldn't have asked for a better first episode And the reason, like real quick, like the reason why I came up with throw the hook is really because like it kind of personifies like not only boxing but us. Like when we get on the screen, like we ain't throwing no jabs. We ain't throwing no jabs and pot shots. We throwing hooks and haymakers, but it comes with intelligence on top of it. So I feel like it was only fitting that we move forward with that. So we will be back Sunday around 11 or 12 Eastern Standard Time. I'm gonna put the poster up, but it's gonna be a reaction to all of the fights from this card, the Jetta Promotions card. We're gonna show them some love too. And hopefully we can get a couple special guests on as well, man. So on behalf of Ty Finney, the legend, VP Shane, big shout out to Blunt. We love you, big bro. Hope to talk to you soon. Coach Ali for stopping through, and Ivan Robinson for stopping through as well, man. So on behalf of the staff, man, we're gonna see y'all Sunday.
Peace.